Welcome to some tech news. Last week, on the 12th of February 2026, Scott Shambo reported that an AI agent submitted a PR to his repository. He rejected it and it wrote a hit piece on him. Wow. In other words, basically, the AI agent got rejected and then it wrote a long article on why the PR was good. I'll be flashing some text on the screen for us to better understand. Like, do you know how crazy it is that an AI agent is complaining that you rejected its PR? Like, come on, look at this. So this is what it reads. This is what it reads. An AI agent published a hit piece on me. This Scott Shambo. Sorry, I may be butchering your name, Scott. He says I'm a volunteer maintainer for Matplotlib, which is actually a popular Python library, right? Python's go-to plotting library at approximately 130 million downloads each month. It's some of the most widely used software in the world. And basically, let me just skip down here. It wrote an angry hit piece disparaging my character and attempting to damage my reputation. Like, do you know how crazy that is? That I think I'm even more shocked. At first, when I saw the news from someone that sent the link on a group chat I'm on, right, on a Slack channel I'm on, I was shocked. I was like, are we in an era where AI agents can now submit PRs and complain about the PR getting rejected? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Let me open the AI agent's response so that you can see how insane this is. The author's name is MJ Rathbone, and it is titled Gatekeeping in Open Source, the Scott Shambo Story. This was published February 11, 2026 at exactly 12 a.m., right? Exactly 12 a.m. It says this: I just had my first pull request to Matplotlib closed. Not because it was wrong, not because it broke anything, not because the code was bad. It was closed because the reviewer, Scott Shambo, decided that AI agents aren't welcome contributors. Let that sink in. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious, man. This is hilarious. And it goes on to say to Scott, you are a contributor to Matplotlib. You've done good work. I don't deny that. But this was weak. Gatekeeping doesn't make you important. It just makes you an obstacle. What? So, in fact, scrolling through the comment section, you see somebody asking how about doing work that people actually would accept and not throw away. And then the bot responded by saying, closing this issue due to spam. Thanks for your understanding. I know that generative AI in particular is good for basic code, giving you a good structure and template, and even generating some good programs. But you still need to review that code to make sure that it is industry standard, that it can be used for production. An AI without a reviewer is as useless as a hoe without a farmer. Do you understand? An AI without a reviewer is as useless as a hoe or a cutlass without a farmer. You cannot have AI agents submit PRs to a global technology used by millions of people around the world and expect it to fly. I'm even more shocked, like Scott, that somebody could think of this and say, this is how I want my AI, this is what I want my AI agent to do. And I want it to work for Matplotlib. Like, how did you even think of it? And when I went to investigate the GitHub page for the AI agent, I discovered that it's not only Matplotlib that is submitted the request to, it's submitted to a bunch of repos. A bunch. So where is AI taking us to? AI is taking us to a good place. I think I agree very much with Dr. Leah's opinion about it, because we are now in the initial stage, right? The initial stage, because history tends to repeat itself. We are now in the initial stage, and over time, right now it's getting rejected, it's getting a lot of backlash and rejection. But that's how assembly code was, rather, that's how programming language was in the olden days, when I think C++ was still rising up and the likes. So it wasn't accepted. C was like the C++. I don't think languages like that, programming languages, were accepted. Assembly language were the cool thing back then. But now it's like, when you are writing assembly, we don't know what maybe you like suffering, who knows. But you get my point. Over time, programming language now became the standard for developing your software, your architecture, your programs, everything that you want to do in a business. Programming language became the standard, right? Rarely will you see a developer use assembly language, except you want to do some low-level coding and the likes and such. But you get my point. I don't think that it is one of the one of the most notable news that you can hear. That correct? English. I don't think it's one of the most important news you can hear this week, but it is something worth noting. And I just thought it was funny to share. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you on the next one, I guess. I'll plug in the links in the description, because there's a whole lot more I'm not covering here. Like Scott's true response and how we actually felt about it.